In the flickering glow of a suburban home, a woman named Sarah stared at her reflection in the mirror, questioning if the bruises on her arm were real or just a figment of her overactive imagination, as her partner had insisted. What if the very fabric of your memories could be unraveled by someone else's words, leaving you doubting your own sanity? This is the sinister essence of gaslighting, a psychological maneuver named after the 1944 film Gaslight, where a husband dims the lights to convince his wife she's losing her mind. But beneath this Hollywood origin lies a darker, hidden truth. Gaslighting is a calculated tool of control, rooted in historical tactics of interrogation and propaganda, rarely dissected in mainstream conversations as the weapon it truly is. It's not just emotional abuse. It's a hijacking of reality itself, exploiting cognitive vulnerabilities that society prefers to ignore. As we peel back the layers, prepare to confront a mystery that blurs the line between perception and deception, making you wonder if your own experiences have been subtly rewritten. The tension begins to mount as the mechanics of gaslighting reveal themselves in everyday scenarios, far beyond dramatic movies. Consider Sarah's story. It started innocently enough with small denials. "I never said that," her partner would claim after promising to help with chores, leaving her scrolling through old texts in confusion. This is the first phase denial of facts, where the manipulator plants seeds of doubt. But the hidden truth emerges. Gaslighting isn't random. It's a strategic escalation. Psychologists like those from the American Psychological Association have documented how it draws from cognitive dissonance theory, where conflicting beliefs create mental turmoil. The manipulator hides their motives, often insecurity, jealousy, or a thirst for dominance behind a facade of concern. "You're too sensitive," they might say, shifting blame and isolating the victim from support networks. In workplaces, bosses use it to undermine employees. "That meeting never happened the way you think," eroding confidence to maintain hierarchy. Theories abound about institutional gaslighting, such as governments dismissing public outcries as fake news or corporations downplaying scandals as misunderstandings, though these remain speculative conspiracies without concrete proof. The mystery deepens. Why do manipulators choose this path? Is it innate cruelty or a learned behavior from their own traumas? As Sarah's doubts grew, she began questioning not just events, but her entire judgment, the manipulator's web tightening invisibly. This phase builds psychological pressure, turning routine interactions into minefields of uncertainty, where every conversation could be a trap. As the tension increases, the disturbing motives become clear. Gaslighting thrives on repetition and isolation. The manipulator doesn't stop at denial. They amplify with trivialization and projection. "You're crazy for thinking that," they'd sneer, projecting their flaws onto the victim. This uncovers a dark fact rarely discussed. Gaslighting hijacks the brain's memory consolidation process, as neuroscientists note that repeated contradictions can literally alter neural pathways, making false narratives feel true over time. In relationships, it manifests as love bombing followed by devaluation, intense affection to hook, then subtle erosion to control. Sarah found herself apologizing for misremembering arguments, her partner's calm demeanor making her feel irrational. Hidden agendas surface here. For narcissists or sociopaths, it's about power. For cults or authoritarian regimes, it's mass control, as theorized in unproven whispers of psychological operations in politics. The mystery element intensifies. Manipulators often believe their own lies, a self-deception that blurs victim and villain. In modern America, with rising awareness from movements like #MeToo, gaslighting appears in social media echo chambers, where algorithms reinforce distorted realities. Yet, the perpetrator's motive remains shrouded. Is it deliberate malice or subconscious defense? Sarah's isolation grew. Friends dismissed her concerns as drama, unknowingly aiding the manipulator. This escalation creates a vortex of confusion, where the victim's reality fractures piece by piece under the weight of persistent doubt. The psychological impact of gaslighting is profound and multifaceted, reshaping not just individuals, but the core of human interactions. It attacks the foundation of self-trust, leading to chronic anxiety, depression, and even PTSD, as studies from the National Institute of Mental Health reveal. Victims like Sarah experience reality erosion, where constant questioning breeds a fear of their own thoughts, turning inward strength into paralysis. This fosters a power imbalance. The manipulator gains godlike authority, dictating truth while the victim shrinks, dependent on validation. On a societal level, it molds humanity by perpetuating cycles of abused children of gaslighters, often repeat patterns, normalizing manipulation. In American culture today, amid political polarization and fake news debates, gaslighting amplifies collective fear, eroding trust in institutions and each other. Emotionally, it triggers isolation sting, intellectual doubts torment, and the rage of helplessness. Darker still, it empowers abusers in subtle ways, from domestic violence to workplace harassment, where victims blame themselves, sustaining the cycle. Theories suggest media conglomerates use similar tactics in advertising or news spins to influence consumer behavior, though these are mere hypotheses. Ultimately, gaslighting warps humanity's empathy, turning relationships into battlegrounds of perception, where power is seized through mental subversion rather than overt force. Yet, even as we explore these shadows, unanswered questions keep the audience tense and curious. How can one detect gaslighting when it's designed to be invisible? Sarah eventually broke free by journaling inconsistencies, but many never do. What hidden signs lurk in your own life? Is gaslighting evolving with technology, like AI-generated deepfakes that could fabricate entire histories? Conspiracy enthusiasts theorize about elite cabals using it for global control, but without evidence, it remains a chilling what-if. For self-development, recognizing these tactics empowers resistance, question denials, seek external validation, but the mystery persists. Are we all unwitting gaslighters in minor ways, like white lies that snowball? In America's current climate of mental health awareness and therapy culture, resources like hotlines offer hope. Yet the enigma endures. If reality is subjective, who truly holds the reins? As Sarah rebuilt her world, she wondered if fragments of the manipulation lingered, a perpetual shadow. This unresolved tension leaves viewers reflecting. Armed with this forbidden knowledge, will you scrutinize your realities or risk them being hijacked forever? To expand on this, let's delve deeper into historical context that illuminate gaslighting's origins and evolution. The term gaslighting stems from Patrick Hamilton's 1938 play Gaslight, adapted into films, but its psychological roots trace back further to manipulative interrogation techniques in wartime espionage. During World War II, intelligence agents used similar methods to break prisoners, denying events to induce confession through doubt, a forbidden fact rarely linked to modern abuse. In contemporary America, with therapy apps and podcasts booming, gaslighting has entered pop lexicon via shows like The Crown or true crime series. Yet its subtle forms in everyday life remain underexplored. Consider corporate America. Managers gaslight employees by rewriting performance reviews, fostering a culture of insecurity that boosts productivity through fear. The tension here is palpable. Motives blend ambition with fragility, as manipulators often stem from abusive upbringings per cycle of abuse theories. Exploring the darker side, gaslighting intersects with cognitive biases like confirmation bias, where victims seek evidence supporting the manipulator's narrative, self-sabotaging. This creates a mystery. Why do intelligent people fall prey? Intellectually, it's a game of chess with the mind. Emotionally, it's devastating, evoking betrayal's raw pain. For self-development, Americans today crave tools like mindfulness apps to rebuild self-trust, aligning with viral trends on TikTok where survivors share stories. But darker theories posit tech giants gaslighting users via algorithm bubbles, curating realities for engagement unproven, yet intriguing. In intimate settings, gaslighting's mystery amplifies. A friend might deny shared secrets to avoid accountability, leaving emotional scars. The impact extends to societal power, where marginalized groups face institutional gaslighting, like dismissing racial injustices as overreactions. This triggers collective emotions, anger, helplessness fueling movements like Black Lives Matter. As we near the end, the unanswered questions multiply. Can gaslighting be unintentional, or is it always malice? In America's therapy-saturated era, recovery stories inspire, but the threat looms. Sarah's tale ends with empowerment, yet whispers, "Is your reality intact or already compromised?"